To the reason of this meeting. This meeting is a result of statement sought by Senator Sakaja from the chairperson of Senate Standing Committee Devolution, who happens to be me, on Thursday, 28 March 2019, pursuant to Standing Order 48.1 of the Senate Standing Committee, which regards to the proper constitution of Nairobi City County Government. In this statement, the Senator requested the committee to, 1, explain why the county executive had been operating without deputy governor for the last 15 months in contravention of Article 179(1) and 2 of the Constitution, and state measures put in place to address this matter. 2, explain why the county government had been operating without the required number of county executive committee members, and state the measures put in place to correct this situation. And 3, explain why the county government has failed to adhere to the ruling of Supreme Court, which advised the governors should nominate fresh nominees within 14 days to replace their deputies who resign, die in office, or are impeached. In a landmark advisory issue on 9th March 2018, the highest court in the land declared that the Constitution did not envisage a vacancy upon death, impeachment, resignation, or deputy governor's assumption in office of the governor. The court declared that the governor had 14 days to nominate a person to the office, after which the county assembly within 60 days will vote to either reject or allow the individual to assume office. If I can jog your mind quickly, in a statement to Nairobian, the former deputy governor of Nairobi, and I quote, he said, "Dear Nairobians, it is with heavy heart that I resign my seat as elected deputy governor of Nairobi City County effective at 1 p.m. on 31st January 2018. I regret I have failed to earn the trust of the governor to enable me to drive administration and management of the county. Without fear, favor, or ill will, I step down to avoid abusing or betraying my oath of office to Kenyans, Nairobians, and my family. Thank you for the encouraging support given to me so far. Nairobi County has therefore not had a deputy governor since 31st January 2018. Nyeri County, which had been in a similar situation, adhered to the Supreme Court advisory when Governor Kahiga nominated Ms. Karo Karugu to fill the position of deputy governor on April 12, 2018. She was sworn in as deputy governor on May 2018, which begs the question: is the governor of Nairobi above the law in following the Supreme Court advisory? 2, what is the real motive of the governor for not appointing a deputy governor? Governor, I would like you to tell the committee and the citizen of Nairobi County why you still have not appointed the deputy governor and what you intend to do about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, before I see this issue,
bearing in mind the drafters and the writers of the Constitution were very clear, you should have a deputy governor. And to confirm, allow me, then you will respond.
Yes.
And that one can be confirmed by virtue, if you look county like Nyeri, they did exactly that. And you, as governor of Super County, as it is properly put by Senator Sakaja, I thought you are the person to set precedent in this country so that every person can follow. This is the capital city. And if we are in this situation, what kind of a precedent are you setting? Again, and God forbid, assume something happens. You know, the purpose of a deputy governor is to deputize you. That one is known. If something happens to you, what happens? But God forbid. So this is a very, very serious issue. You can't say it's a non-issue. It is so serious that every other Kenyan and Kenyans can bear me witness. They are concerned. That's why every other person, if it was not serious, you'd not be presenting to us these documents whereby the former Prime Minister wrote to you, the wiper wrote to you concerning the same. So it's a very serious issue. And by your words, you have said that you had tried to bring somebody on board because you knew it's important. It cannot again change to become a non-issue when you had indicated to us that it is you have a goodwill. All of a sudden you're saying it's not a non-issue.
Allow me to lay that one issue to rest. It is true, beyond any shadow of doubt, that Governor Mike Sonko is a friend of mine. And exactly 2 years ago, and it's a throwback, photo, and that is in jest. But, Mr. Chair, I think it's important for us and for the governor and his team to understand that some of these are just constitutional rules that have to be played. If a matter is brought to my attention or that concerns Nairobi, it does not depend on our friendship. I cannot tell the people of Nairobi that this one we dealt with in the evening with my friend. There's a reason I'm in this house, to be able to prosecute those issues. And this sitting chair, the tone needs to be set right. It is not an adversarial proceeding. It is not, that the governor is being lambasted or being blamed for anything. In fact, as the Senate, our work is to protect the interests of counties and devolution. So the governor is supposed to come and tell us, the Senate, and ideally, if the workings were proper, that my senator, there's this issue, how do we solve, where is this bill? And I think that's the kind of relationship the Senate and the counties through the Council of Governors is trying to cultivate. That not everything or every reason you're called it's not a fight, it's not a tussle. So say, in fact, Senate, we need you to strengthen our workings by looking at 1 or 2, 3 issues, assist us with this. So I just wanted to set that straight, and I hope I'll get an opportunity later to go through now a rundown of the specific substantive issues that I think are of concern to the people.
By the way, what I mean to say is when Kenyans went for devolution or for the new constitution in 2010, they had a reason to do that. And when we talk of devolution, there was also a reason to go for devolution. And it was to bring governance to the people, near the people. And for service delivery, you've seen that the relationship that we want to create between the county governments and the Senate is for service delivery. It's not a fight, it's not a competition. So I'm so disappointed that you would say that when we invite you to come, it is a non-issue. It's not a non-issue. And it's not about us. It is about the service delivery. Now, if you look at the county of Nairobi, you always talk of recurrent. Why is there recurrent? Because you have the seats that were created by the devolution. Then you had the municipal or the county council. Then you had the seconded. So it means that all the seats that were created by the constitution, they are necessary. So if there is need, and Kenyans would want to, because I don't belong to Nairobi County, but I reside here. So Kenyans are asking and they want to know why this is not happening. Because there's also a lot of issues pending on service delivery. So people are wondering, is it because of the absence of some of these seats that we don't get enough or we don't get what we are expecting from our county? So, Mr. Governor, please treat this with seriousness. Know it is a constitutional issue and know that it is in the spirit of devolution that all these seats were created, and it is for the general good of the people of Nairobi and the people of Kenya generally. See, this will be as a precedence for all counties. Thank you.
Chair, I have never, since the 2017 election, declared anywhere that I want to be the governor of Nairobi. And the governor himself has declared that he does not want to be the governor of Nairobi after this election. So I don't see where those two meet. And in any case, Mr. Chair, any Kenyan, including myself, if ever I wish to want to vie for the position, I'm free to. But as of now, in any public record, whether it is radio, TV, WhatsApp, whatever it is, I have never made any declaration for that position. So what I'm doing, and in fact I'm doing it differently from how you used to do it when you were the senator, I am looking at issues objectively. In fact, you're the one who said that you once almost went physical. I'm looking at issues objectively as a senator of Nairobi. I was given the mandate by 847,000 Nairobians, and I will continue to exercise my mandate as the senator of Nairobi until Nairobians vote me out or or give me a different position, or I retire from politics. So kindly, bro,
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
In this, before you raise your allegations, Mr. Chair, I don't want to go to the audit query report, but I just want to give this as an example. When I was the senator of Nairobi, when these audit queries or similar matters used to be raised in the floor of the House, I used to pick those matters, the reports, go to the ground, investigate, come with facts. I used to call my predecessor a thief because I had evidence, sufficient evidence to call him a thief. And I remember in the same committee, same room, a different committee, I was forced to withdraw my remarks. I substantiated, Mr. Chair, with facts. Where people used to be evicted from their houses, that's a different issue. Widows used to be killed by goons. I had facts because I went to the ground to investigate. I don't want to touch on a matter of a different committee, but one just simple example, Mr. Chair. Last week, the distinguished senator, Super Senator Sakaja from Nairobi County, he raised a very burning issue on the floor of the Senate by saying, we just declared the money we received from Jumbo Pay, the revenue collected through Jumbo Pay, but there are 26 other M-Pesa accounts. Don't guide the chair. Let him do his work, even if he's your colleague. Mr. Chair, you have to be neutral in this case. Yeah, I can see the senator is whispering to you. He doesn't want me to raise some important issues. I'm just giving an example. I'm also entitled to be heard, a fair hearing. Yes.
And in
There's
silence.
nobody who is speaking on my behalf. I'm speaking for
You are
myself.
supposed to
So
be
you
heard
should allow me
and in
also to,
silence.
yes.
Yes, we are
Thank you,
hearing in
Mr. Chair.
silence, yeah.
So in that particular case, this is just an example. This matter does not touch on this particular committee which is sitting today. But the Senator raised a very burning issue. That 26 M-Pesa accounts have not been declared. That money is being stolen by the governor. But Mr. Chair, let me put it this way. M-Pesa statements, these are like bank statements. If you divert and send that money to the chair, it will be known. Based on what he raised, I did my thorough investigation, Mr. Chair. Went to all the markets, got all the M-Pesa transactions, and found that all the monies were going to the cooperative bank revenue account. At close of business, they are swept to Treasury. So before we raise our allegations against any sitting governor, let us substantiate, let us get our facts right before tarnishing our good names.
Chair, on that,
We are being made to look as if we are sympathizers of corruption while we are known
Okay.
for fighting. That's just an example. I don't know why you're raising a point of order. I'm just going to my real issue now.
No,
that was just an example. Okay, Sawa.
Just,
Okay, that is
Your Excellency,
the shares the
Governor.
discretion of that. Okay.
So that